AITA, my husband made himself a frozen meal for lunch and complained it was disgusting and threw it away. I felt bad and I offered to let him have one that I had been saving for myself, only to discover that what he had thrown away was my lunch. I then got upset at him and told me to pick a lane. So, every now and then I buy a random frozen meal to keep on hand for lunch emergencies. I had one in the freezer for a month. My husband saw it a few weeks ago and asked if that was his, because he can't remember anything he buys or adds to the grocery list, and I said, no, that's mine. Fast forward to yesterday, I hear him nuking something in the kitchen, then he loudly declares it's absolutely disgusting, tosses it down the sink, and starts whining about not having lunch. I hadn't eaten that frozen meal and I did not think I would need it this week, so I thought, well, if I let him have it, he'll have something to eat and I'll just grab another one next time I'm at the store. I offer him the meal I was saving. He asks which one. I say the white bean chicken chili. He goes, that's what I just threw away. Cue my rage. Wait, you took my lunch without asking and then threw it away when you didn't like it? He says, you wouldn't have liked it, it was completely different from chili. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's white bean chicken chili, it's not supposed to be like regular chili. That's why I bought it. His response? Well, it was disgusting. I said, you didn't even check what it was, didn't remember it was mine, and when you didn't like it, you threw it away instead of asking me about it. He goes, but you offered it to me. I reply, yeah, I offered it because I thought you had nothing else. But now that I know you just grabbed my meal without asking, and didn't even eat it and threw it out instead and did not even ask if I wanted it when you decided you were not going to eat it, I'm a little pissed. He then got mad and started telling me I was setting him up, that no matter what he did he was wrong and I was being unreasonable. He told me to pick a lane. I tried to explain why I was mad and said, imagine you heard me complaining about something I recently bought, and I decided I didn't like it, so I just threw it away. Then, you have this gift card you've been saving for yourself, and you say, you know, I was saving this for myself, but since you already spent your money on something you didn't like, you can have my gift card to buy something better. So, I go, oh, well, thanks, but I already used your gift card to buy the thing I didn't like and threw away. I saw it lying on the counter, so I just used it. My question is, AITA, because I got mad at him after I discovered he took my lunch and then threw it away, even though there was a brief moment where he appeared to have nothing to eat for lunch, so I offered him mine? Update. OP here providing some basic answers. We have been together nearly 20 years, we are in our late 40s/early 50s, he is older. Grocery shopping is done like this. I make a list of things I want/need for myself and for recipes I plan on making. He does the same and add them to our communal list. I go to the store and buy everything once a week, same day every week as that is how my schedule allows. He will usually go to the store separately on his own multiple times a week, at least 3 days, usually 4, because he wants one specific thing or forgot to add something to the list or ran out of something and buys things for himself. These could be snacks, frozen lunches, or once in a while something we communally ran out of and need ASAP to cook dinner with or something like that. He usually buys enough frozen meals or relies on leftovers for lunch. I do something similar, except most of the time I do not rely on frozen things. I take time to prepare lunch each day, sandwich, omelette, random snacks, leftovers. Every week when I do the grocery shopping I plan what I am having that week for lunches and ensure I buy the things I need. The frozen things I buy usually wanted to keep on hand in an emergency, such as I have no time to prepare a lunch and need to quickly throw something in the microwave. That is why I tend to buy just one every once in a while and it sits there like a spare tire in the trunk of the car. Also, I tend to always buy something that I know he won't enjoy, to deter him from eating it, because he will just eat whatever is there even if I say, oh hey, I was saving that. I have to do the same with snacks. If I buy a bag of chips or a box of crackers, he will just plow through it in a day. My workaround there is to either not buy snack food for myself, or go to extremes to find things he will not eat, like the one flavor he hates. This happens a lot. Like I buy a certain type of protein bar that I use during my workouts and he will eat them like they are candy bars, and then when I go to grab one for my workout, empty box. And if I ask him to please make sure he replaces them if he is going to eat them all, he gets angry and says he should not have to ration food. I told him it was not rationing, it was simply making sure that if I buy something for a specific meal or purpose for myself, that I expect it to be there when I need it. This is an ongoing debate between us, and I am trying to not turn it into a hill to die on. As to history, he most likely has undiagnosed ADD, we're older Gen X, these things were not recognized as often when we were growing up. He has all the classic signs. He is also academically brilliant and can often block everything out, sounds, things in his visual line of sight, when he is laser focused on something that is cognitively engaging. So he very likely forgot that I said it was mine. However, he could have read the label clearly, also it had been in the freezer for a month, so I assumed he knew that was my backup emergency lunch. Finally, when he does not like the taste of something, he does tend to overreact in a very dramatic way, like gagging/screaming as if one was being poisoned as opposed to just quietly going, gross, not going to eat this. I sometimes wonder if he is also on the spectrum because has quite visceral yet unusual reactions to very specific situations, such as when the smoke alarm goes off, when he does not like the taste of something, whereas I would just deal he has a rather over-the-top reaction.